moments in life that change you forever. Moments when grief reaches across every difference and disagreement and lays its hand on your shoulder to say, I know this pain. This is a letter to a woman whose loss mirrored my own. A letter to a mother who turned her sorrow into something brave and necessary. A letter to acknowledge that even when time and circumstance separate us, respect can remain. Compassion can remain. This is for all of us who have lost someone we love to the weight of their own suffering. For all of us who still speak their names, even when no one else understands. Dear Bev, grief is a strange thing. It rearranges us in ways we don't always understand. It binds people together who might never have shared a word. It sits between us at every table and every quiet morning. It has a way of reminding us that no matter how far we travel from the moment of loss, we carry it with us, stitched into our skin. I remember the evening I brought that small dish to your door. I remember your son meeting me there, his face drawn with a kind of shock only a family fresh in mourning can wear. I remember telling him that I, too, had lost a son to suicide. You were not alone, even if it felt like you were standing on an island no one else could reach. I meant every word. And I remember the morning after when you and your husband came and sat with me on my sun porch. We talked about things you can't say in polite company. The ache that settles in your bones when someone you love leaves by their own hand. The questions that never get answered. The guilt that finds its way into every thought. I have never forgotten the raw honesty of those hours. We were two mothers trying to breathe through the unthinkable, trying to believe we could go on. Life has a way of moving us apart, sometimes in ways we don't expect or understand. Time and circumstance have built a quiet distance between us, but there are some things that deserve to be spoken, even now. I still see you. I see the way you have turned your grief into something that matters. I see the courage it takes to keep saying Brandon's name, to keep telling the truth about what happened to him, to keep speaking for the veterans who were failed when they needed help the most. Your advocacy matters. It matters not just for the soldiers, but for every soul who leaves this world because they could not bear the weight of their pain. It matters for every family who sits in the dark wondering how they will survive the next hour. In a world that so often looks away from this kind of sorrow, you have refused to turn your back. That alone is an act of love. There are days I think about the hours we spent together, the ways our shared losses built a fragile kind of understanding. Though our paths have diverged, please know nothing can erase the respect I have for you, or the compassion I still feel for the way you are honoring Brandon's memory. I hope you continue to find strength in the knowledge that your voice matters, that your son's story matters, and that the work you are doing and the person you are still have meaning far beyond what you may ever see. This is not a plea to rebuild what time and differences have undone. It is simply a recognition, a hand over my heart, held out across the quiet distance to say, I remember, I understand,